What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right sound. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell that nigga pipe down.
Charger.
Yeah. Or what do you mean by getting their passports?
Getting their passports, going overseas, and dating or marrying women overseas.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that ain't I do that myself. Like I'm dating someone right now. She like illegal, so she ain't got a passport or whatever, but it's cool because like if she ever cheat on me or she ever like try to like, leave me or whatever, it's one phone call and she, I call ICE or CBP or whatever and she outie, you know what I'm saying? It's like the coolest revenge ever.
Hold on. Is this real? Like, is she actually in the States or
Yeah,
is
for
she
real.
somewhere else?
She from Peru.
Okay, so you brought her back to the States is what you're saying?
Hell nah, she was already here when I found her.
Oh, so you didn't really go, get a wife from overseas. She's already Americanized, right?
Yeah, but she ain't got a passport. She ain't got like the
Oh, she don't have a green card. She don't have
exactly.
a green card.
She an illegal.
Gotcha.
You know what that means? CBP and she outie.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I mean, and how's that going for you?
Well, it's pretty good to be honest. I mean, she be loyal because she knows if she ain't loyal,
so
she gonna be loyal to the Peruvian government. Yeah, she's feminine.
Is she feminine?
Thank God. Yeah.
Wow.
You take me for gay or what?
No. I'm asking, how'd you find her?
Oh yeah, I met her at a club.
Told her what's up.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. So how did you I guess choose her to be? Is she your wife, your girl? What's going on?
Oh, she's just my girl right now. I don't know how the legal paperwork would work for the whole like wife thing, because I think it could work, but I'm not sure. But she just my girl. I mean, I think marriage right now is kind of too much of a hassle. It's a piece of paper from the government.
Okay. Does she cook? Does she clean?
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, she cooks, she cleans. I mean, she don't work, so I give her money to go out and stuff.
Wow. Honey Coco, you got some background noise. I don't want to have to drop you, but we want to improve the replay quality of the stream. So yeah, just mute up. If you're going to say something, jump in, but when you're not speaking, just mute up. That'd be greatly appreciated. But do you have a take on the subject? If you guys seen the
oh my God.
All right, yeah, we're going to have to drop Shorty. Unfortunately, I don't know what she had going on. Shorty was caught up in a tornado or something. But so what do you think about the topic? Why are so many people angry about black men dating interracially and getting their passport? And this is inspired from a TikTok post from this brother's Instagram. And there were a lot of sisters in the comment section who were mad that he was dating a white woman. But my thing is, they were saying, oh, well, we don't care as long as you're not bashing black women in the process. And this brother didn't bash anybody. He just posted a picture of his girl, and he's a fitness influencer. He posted a picture of his girl, and they're in the comment section flooding and getting very disrespectful about him dating a white woman. I'm looking at a comment right now. It says, y'all love white women. Okay, I'm reading another comment. And they're saying, you wouldn't have posted this if she was a sister, all this kind of stuff. So I'm trying to figure out where is this hostility coming for brothers who aren't even having this discussion. They're not even, stating their preference. They're just out here living their lives and maybe want to show their girl off, and they're getting hate comments. What do you think about this?
Yeah, for real. Someone in the comments said jealousy. I mean, that's a point. But I mean, like, I don't think there ain't nothing wrong with brothers dating non sisters or whatever. I mean, like dating interracial. What's the problem with that exactly? Like, I don't see the problem with it. But I think what I don't understand is, like, I guess black women date the problem. I guess it's not a problem, but this is what people point out: is black guys date white women, but black women don't date white guys. So I mean, like, it's a disparity, I guess.
So, I mean, you have a whole movement online called the divestment movement, and these women are saying that they're dating white guys, or at least attempting to date white guys. So,
yeah, I don't even understand, man. I don't have a problem with brothers dating anyone, or getting
yeah.
their passports. So yeah,
So let me ask you this: Do you have a problem with sisters dating interracially?
Hell no. Yeah, they can date whoever. It's a free country.
Absolutely, I totally agree. So, I mean, so you think the root of the issue is just jealousy? You have a lot of people maybe jealous of this brother's relationship, or what?
Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I mean, someone said in the comments. I don't know, to be honest. I'd say it could be jealousy. Or what does Drew think here?
I think.
What y'all doing? So,
good. I like
what up? What up, Drew?
Cool, brother. Cool. I mean, it's a mix, man. It's like you mentioned. It's like you hear a lot of sisters say, "Hey, we don't care what you do. Go be happy. Do your thing." Because I'm a passport bro myself, and just don't talk about us in the process.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, it's like they talk about us all the time, and I'm like, I don't even care, because a lot of brothers they talk about doesn't apply to me, so I just bypass it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type of guy they're talking about. Now, when it comes to certain stats or something like that they put out, I will put these stats against their stats that they tend to try to throw out here, and a lot of stats they throw out are just wrong. But once again, that goes to emotion, and sometimes we have to realize that a lot of this really off the wall stuff that they say about us are just to antagonize us. I don't even take it seriously, because one thing about arguing with the woman, the reason why people say you shouldn't argue with the woman is because we can't go lower than them. They can get low.
Facts.
I can't even match that low. I can't even get that evil, because you're just upset. And that's why they have the saying, hell has no fury like a woman's scorn, because her tongue, what she says can either make you feel good or it can make you feel real bad.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just feel like you're walking on eggshells with them. So you just got to learn to not pay them no attention, because they're in a deep emotional state of, I'm hurt, so I'm going to make you hurt worse than how I feel.
Yeah,
so
guys, hold on. I'm going to interrupt you real quick. Guys, make sure you tap that screen. Send some love. Let TikTok know that you're enjoying this conversation. We're going to get in the thick of it. I would love some ladies to join the conversation, and just talk it out, have a conversation, see what's going on with this topic.
Oh, but we got to argue with a woman.
I mean, the brothers have spoken. We pretty much said what it is. Why we have a lot of these women who are upset about brothers getting their passports. It's a real thing. I see a lot of content on it.
Right. One thing I tell my fellas that I do groups with and talk to, I'm like, from here on out, we have to support each other. We can't be seen. We can't do this alone anymore. I don't want to see any more men sitting at the bar drinking themselves to a slumber. I don't want to see any more men sad about how some woman treated him. I don't want to see no man trying to unalive himself anymore. Or woman, I don't want to see no more men go through this. The most powerful thing you can ever do as a man in your life is walk away from a woman if she's not treating you right. Just walk away and go find happiness. Let her know that she is replaceable, and as long as she knows that she's replaceable and that you can find a woman that will make you happy,
Quick.
that kicks her off. But you do not do that to as an evictive state. You literally do this to find happiness for yourself because you
Wow.
are important compared to whatever's been taught to us growing up as kids, as into adulthood, that we're just supposed to be men. We're supposed to just take whatever and shut up about it.
Yep.
No more. And this is why the manosphere is so powerful to a lot of women, is because this is actual talk that we used to have growing up as kids, growing up as men, going to the barbershop, playing card games, doing whatever we do. We talk about this stuff all the time at the locker room, at the gym. We talk about this stuff all the time, but now we have platform to communicate. And now we are realizing there are millions of men, especially in America, who can relate no matter what color creed they are. They can relate to this, to the mental attitude that a lot of ladies have taken on in America that has become so narcissistic that it's the norm for them. And they expect us just to shut up and be quiet about them treating us any kind of way they want to. But no more Mr. Fall Guy. No more me raising your other cookies babies. No more of that shit no more. That's why you get in the passport. That's why you go to other cultures. You expand your options so you can find happiness, my brothers. It's nothing against sisters.
Amen.
Love y'all to death. But you're not going to treat us like this anymore. You're not. And any other guys that's listening to this podcast or listen to my site, you got to understand, I give you a lot of education on my site on how to deal with this. The very first video on my site lets you know that there's a certain mentality that they can't get past. And I have a lot of women that speak on this, that puts out their attitudes and the games they play and the things that they're going through. But once again, it's not our responsibility anymore, fellas. So all you fellas out there, go find your happiness. Even if you got to expand your options, even if you got to get your passport. And matter of fact, but really, to me, getting your passport is deeper than finding a wife. Getting a passport is finding your life. It is seeing the world. It is being like, this is beautiful. This is what the culture, all this stuff is beautiful things that you are entitled to as an American citizen. See, a passport is a right for you until it's just due diligence where you don't deserve it. But everyone is entitled to a passport in America. So take advantage of it, fellas, especially my black men. It's not enough. More of us more brothers need their passports just for the fact that they need to just travel out into the world and see what it has to offer. Because it's a beautiful.
Okay, so we got some other guests who joined the panel. Does anyone want to speak on the topic?
I'll give it a go.
Okay.
So at first I was like, who's
I would
angry?
like to.
But I'm not going to be disingenuous or facetious and act like maybe there are women who are angry about it. But when I think about why would women be angry about it, I could say, okay, yeah, there's probably a percentage that are jealous. Jealous of what exactly? I wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm sure that would vary person to person, woman to woman. But then I really do think that it goes back to a sense of like maybe betrayal and even possibly rejection. As I listened to the guy.
Hold on. I gotta stop you right there. I'm sorry. You said betrayal. Do you think that some of these women believe that by black men dating interracially and going overseas and getting their passport, do you think that some of these women believe that they're being betrayed by these black men?
Well, yeah. Well, because the narrative surrounding it, not just for the simple fact that a black man decides to go on vacation, he meets a woman that he falls in love with. No. It's not that. I'm not saying any of you in this room, but the narrative, a popular narrative that I'm hearing is like, oh, this is a solution to black women and pedestalizing women, and also fetishizing women who are not black. And so when you position it that way, yes, it is a betrayal. And I can understand why it is felt and received as or perceived as a betrayal, because currently, or the last that I knew, black women are amongst the group of people that date with the lowest levels of interracial dating and marriages, along with Asian men. Asian men and black women tend to stick to their own the most. Black men and Asian women are amongst the demographic of people who date outside of their race the most. And so, with that, I think that there is a sense of loyalty that Black women have felt, especially being raised by other Black women, to
Mm-hmm.
the Black collective and wanting a Black family and wanting, the Black love and all of that stuff. So, there's a certain sense of loyalty that Black women feel to the Black community or the theoretical Black community. And
Right.
so, yeah, so so in that sense, it can feel like a betrayal when it seems as though Black men are not having that same sense of loyalty to the Black community.
Right. So, what do you? I don't know if you can see this post that we're talking about. It's based. I'm gonna just sum it up. It looks like this brother was on vacation. He debuted his girl on Instagram. She turned out to be a white woman, and you have Black women and some Black men in the comments section commenting unfollow. Oh, you couldn't find a Black woman to be with and give your love to. This, that, and the third. Some of the Black women are saying be effing for real. You have a lot of women saying that, oh, he could have found a more attractive sister, kind of degrading this woman's looks. And I mean, I'm gonna keep it a buck. She is a butterface. I looked at her Instagram. She's got a banging body, but her face is not all that without the makeup. So I mean, I would, she stays in shape. She's in the gym. But, she's kind of lacking in the face department. So I will give them that. But why do you think there's so much issue? I heard FK Core kind of giggle in the background. Why do you think there's so much issue and strife in the comments section about this brother dating a white woman?
It is an issue, but we're looking at a very small piece of a puzzle. If there was a white man to post a Black girl on his Instagram where most of his following are white people, do you think that all of their reactions would be love and positivity in support of their relationship? These kind of dynamics play a part in every racial group because you're always going to have a sector of people who don't like mixing or interracial dating. And those people have Miss Hawes. I don't know if I'm sorry if that's not your name, but I like what you
that's
said
okay.
to an extent. I don't think it's betrayal. I think that a lot of women who are hurt have a sense of like preserving a certain bloodline. And you can talk to Caucasian people who feel the exact same way. You can talk to Europeans, you can talk to Indians, you can talk to Asians. There's always a sector of people who have an ideology that they need to preserve a bloodline within their race and not intermix. I was lucky to grow up in a very diverse area in the Middle East. So I was around Arabians, and
Did you cover your
kept
hair, ma'am, when you were in the Middle East?
No,
Okay.
because that is part of a religion, and unless you are part of that religion, it is not required for you to cover your hair.
Okay.
The Middle East is very respectful of other people's religions. It's just places with war that's tricky. But that's not the subject. I wanted to talk about their marriages. They married within the family, literally. Second cousins, third cousins, because they had an ideology that they had to preserve royalty. They were breeding children that were coming into owning millions and thousands. I can't even explain the wealth. All in oil. They needed a bloodline to preserve that. A lot of people have grown up with this ideology. They've looked at their family very close-knit. And when they're exposed to different kinds of relationships, it'll rub them the wrong way because that's not how they perceive life. That's not like, I don't know how to explain it. You're taking somebody out of a very small box that's only black and white and you're showing them all this color. Nothing is wrong with who you date or what you choose to do.
So when you see, let's paint this picture here, okay? This brother, I mean, he's in the gym. He's a pretty swole brother. I mean, I would say he's, an average looking dude, a Malcolm, as I would like to call it, a mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. When you see a brother like this walking down the streets with a white woman, does it rub you the wrong way? Do you care? Do you just mind your business, or how does it, make you feel when you see something like this?
It doesn't make me feel any type of way because when I'm dating someone, I'm looking at who they are on the inside. Where I grew up, there were no black boys in my school. I was the only black girl.
So you date interracially. You're a divester.
I date who I want to date. I'm just saying I was exposed to different kinds of people. So I cannot say that I'm going to judge somebody for dating outside of their race because you don't know what they were exposed to. And people sometimes connect memories and feelings to like a body instead of a person. You've ever heard the term like, oh, you're looking for you're looking for your ex in another girl? It's kind of like that, but I don't think the passport thing is such an issue, but I do believe that there are dangers that lie within it also, because there was a passport bro who murdered his girlfriend from overseas. And
okay, that happens everywhere though, ma'am.
Exactly. Just like interracial dating happens everywhere. You see how easy it is to say it happens everywhere? So why are we always focusing on why black women are angry when this kind of dynamic in people's reactions happens everywhere?
Well, if you read the topic, it doesn't say black women. It says, why are so many people angry about black men dating interracial and getting their passports? So it wasn't specifically directed toward black women.
But also about the passport bros, people forget it's a mentality. It's not even about a certain person. It's all kinds of unique, different passport bros. It's pretty much men who have the mentality that they're just tired of the toxic culture that this country has, and having a passport allows them to get away from that. Some even move from that. Now, every guy that goes overseas or whatever, he's a guy with his passport, but he has nothing to do with a passport bro. And also, if any passport bro, or any guy who does that overseas or even in America, if you take someone's life, you deserve to be taken care of. But see, they're getting all these little clips and all this stuff that's been going on for years. So they get these little clips of certain algorithms, and they make their judgment on what it is because they're not really educated on the full aspect of the movement. And the whole aspect of the movement's been going on for many centuries, even back to Marcus Garvey, to where it's like, you know what, it's just time to get away from this toxic culture and go to other lands to see what you can do for yourself.
Yeah. Plus, let me ask the ladies a question, because the brother is speaking some facts here. He's talking about the different cultures overseas and how the women are more catering to the men. Do you, lovely ladies, do you cook for your men? Do you clean for your men? Or are you just saying no to the domestic duties of the past?
Who want to take that first?
I guess I will.
Okay.
Me personally, I was raised very traditionally. I watched my stepmom make breakfast for my dad every day, and I would be the one to give him a plate. When I date, I feel like sometimes I show that domestic side a little bit too early, but that's what I was trained to become as a woman. And I take care of myself separately, but I still want the man that I'm dating to feel respected to the utmost part, because he needs to know that I've picked him. And I feel like in America, especially in this generation, a lot of women don't realize how limited we are on getting married. And a lot of women are running away from the domestic duties, or they see it as a negative. And it's not necessarily a negative, because you want to be able to feel stable enough to cook a amazing meal for yourself, and hopefully one day for your offspring if you decide to do so. But you can't just wake up and learn these things. And as you're dating to practice for marriage, you also need to like start fitting into the certain roles that you want to inhibit later on in life. So I completely agree with the traditional way of, I guess you'd say, like our parents' dating style.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't antagonize or judge women who act differently. I'm sorry, I'm getting anxious
You're fine.
because I just
What
feel
about?
like,
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. What about the other woman? Do you ladies cook for your man when you're in a relationship?
I do. I think it's because like she said, I was raised that way. I saw my
Mm-hmm.
mom doing it many times, and it's just a cycle of things. And so I cook for my man, but I guess it also depends on who you with. Also, when it comes
Mm.
to cooking every day or just cleaning up every day. I mean, if you have a good man at home, I don't see why not cater to him and what he need and things like that if he's taking care of things. But if you have a man that's just not doing anything, then I don't even know why you with him in the first place. But you don't want to
So
cook.
if you're are you cooking for your situationship, your sneaky link, your friends
No,
with benefit?
no,
No, no, not
it
at
shouldn't
all.
even have that in the first place.
Yeah,
Okay,
not at
no,
okay, I
all.
like that.
They don't deserve
no.
that. No.
No.
But hold on, so they don't deserve a plate of food, but they deserve to pipe you
But they
down?
deserve your body. Exactly.
No, what
Exactly.
she's
That's
saying
so
is they
No,
don't
no,
backwards.
I'm not
deserve.
saying
No,
that.
I think what she's saying is because when you imply cooking for him, you're centering him. And I
Yes.
think what I heard her say is she's willing to center a man that is, contributing to her life. She's willing to cook for him. But if it's a man that's not contributing to her life, he has chosen to forego responsibility and accountability, which is what situationships and friends with benefits allow. Then no, why would you center him? That doesn't make sense.
Yes.
If
Why
you're
So
would
in
you?
a
let
friends with benefits or a situationship, then you're in it for your own reasons, which is to receive. You all both are agreeing to receive without responsibility and accountability.
so let me ask you
I'm
this.
sorry,
What
Black
are you
Goddess. Yeah, I wasn't directing that like at you, but when you said that, it reminded me of a debate, and I heard somebody say they have 35 bodies, but they have too many trust issues to get into a relationship. So when I heard like they don't deserve that, but not a meal, it just reminded me of how backwards my generation is in dating, and how easy we'll give up like the most biggest things, but we're
Mm,
afraid to do the domestic stuff. Like women don't want to do certain things because guys don't feel the need to do certain things either.
wow. Yeah, that was kind of my point too. I was gonna ask the question, what are you quicker to do? Are you quicker to sleep with a man or cook for a man? Like which one is comes first? Giving up the booty or throwing some eggs on the skillet.
Throwing some eggs on the skillet for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, what relevance does that
Like,
have? Like,
I mean,
what?
because it
But
kind
usually
of,
these days, usually these days, you just take them on a date. There you
yeah.
go. There,
I mean,
there's the cooking right there, and then the rest is the rest. You know.
yeah,
So
but it kind of proves the point that like a lot of women are more apt to sleeping with a guy, but then you ask them, hey, are you willing to cook for that man? And they're not willing to cook for their sneaky links or their situationships, but they're willing to give their body up. So I think it's kind of a contradiction there.
Well, because when we look at it through the
Personally,
lens of one second, well, when you look at it through the lens of they're giving their body up versus they're having sex because they want. Oh, are we allowed to say that? I'm new to TikTok. Are we
Yeah,
allowed
no,
to
you're
say
fine.
SEX? Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't want you to get shut down. But versus they are in it for their own pleasure as well. then that's that woman. And don't get me wrong, because there are women who are giving it up, and then there are also women who are participating because they want their needs met. They want they want to be pleasured. And so when you're talking about women who want to be pleasured, she's not losing anything because she's getting exactly what she wants. So
Well,
but if they're talking about the woman who is looking for acceptance and validation by quote unquote giving it up, then yes, she got the game backwards.
right. But and to
Okay.
me, it's also that's where it goes into the body count talk that's been so popular on here as well. To me personally, body count, I like I say, it's your body. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you coming in and you're leaving this world on your own. So what you choose to do is what you choose to do as a woman. I really don't knock that. The only thing that frustrates me is that, when it comes to finally trying to settle down and do the family thing and, get out of the hot girl summer. Now it's winter time. It's time to cozy up. And you're running into men who are like, wait, hold up. I'm not down with that. I can't get down with you choosing to live that life. It seems like, on here and really outside, it's like they're making him the bad guy for his
Yeah.
thing. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
It goes back to the interracial dates and goes back to the passports. It's like these choices, these guys are not choosing to be fall guys anymore. And they're getting jumped on for it. That's the
well,
whole
I
thing.
think because in those cases, my philosophy is this: if it's a man who is himself virginal and practices purity and chastity and abstinence, and he holds himself to the same standards that he expects of women, then he will not get any type of pushback from me. It's like, first of all, no man gets any kind of pushback from me because at the end of the day, I choose who I want. But it's like, so you can have whatever standards you want, but I think those men face the pushback that you're talking about because they have standards and they want something from a woman that they are not able to give. You
Now,
want purity, yet you yourself have
I,
been sowing your royal oath.
I 100% understand where you're coming
But
from.
most men aren't doing that though. Most men don't have access like that.
But well, not only that, when it comes to marriage and security and money and protection and provision, women, and if he's gonna be paying everything and taking care of her like the dream guy that she wants, she's not gonna be sitting here worrying about his bodies because when it comes to commitment and marriage, men control that aspect of when it comes to relationship and moving in that sort of well, not even no sort of in it, moving in that direction of building family. So a man can have these bodies and do all this, but when he's ready to settle down and really be that 100%, I got you, I'm taking care of you, 100%, blah blah blah. Women will overlook that because he's providing that protection provision that she's been raised to be under all her life. It's a different
Yeah.
story when a
You're
man
right.
thing, and that's just the way it is. And I think we start getting into confusion. We get into pretty much making ourselves insane trying to change something that really can't be changed.
Yeah,
Well, you are right.
and women don't really care about body count. A lot of times they're chasing the guys who have the highest body count, i.e. the athletes, the rappers, the celebrities, all these guys. These are the guys that are the most desirable, and these women are going after them 100 miles per hour.
You're absolutely right. And those same women turn around and cry about him cheating. One thing that my father has imparted in me is like, listen, yeah, that guy, yeah, you wife material for sure. And that guy might choose you, but be conscious of the man that you're choosing. Marriage, the joke in the movie The Best Man, as when Lance was talking about getting married because he was such a male, garden tool, and he made the joke that because marriage cures promiscuity, they all laughed because they all knew that that was not true. So my father definitely lets me know, like, yo, if you got a dude that's been out here and he's single and he just used to like hitting skirts, trust me, that's not going to change because he chose you. That's not going to change. He's not going to become disciplined because now he's a husband. That's not how that works. That's a lie. So while you are correct, Drew, the women will, uh, ignore that or turn a blind eye to that in the name of being chosen and getting married to this man and prioritizing this man. However, that still renders that man problematic because he has not himself mastered his own sexuality and discipline.
Right, and I'll add to that, my sister, is that a lot of men are raised now because of the trend and the new, I guess, well, the movement or whatever, the certain trend that's going on where it's like all I need to do is make money, and I can get these women as I want, and they'll, like Future be like, if she catch me cheating, I never tell her sorry because I'm making so much money. I'm so popular. So many women come at me because I have all this money. I could pretty much do what I want. You see what I'm saying? It brings out some sort of a God complex in a lot of men now who end up making all this money. So you got to be careful what you ask for when you want these men with this money, because they are now trained to know that if I get to a certain level, because of the hypergamy in this country, especially in America, of the attitudes, is that she can be gone here and I can go do what I want to do over here. It don't matter. Especially
and that brings me to another question. What is the minimum amount a man has to make to date you guys? Like, what is that number that you say, okay, I'm good with this, assuming the man checks all the other boxes? Come on.
Well, hey, I'm pretty young, so I'm not looking for a millionaire or for a guy to buy me 100-carat ring, you know? I just want somebody who understands what a good woman is, even at a younger stage in life. Because you can, like, as a woman, you can lead a man into success. Like you guys were saying earlier, a woman can make you or break you if she understands the power of her tongue. And I highly believe in a man feeling good about himself and being able to provide. But I don't think that, like, at my age, I should be looking at guys expecting them to be making $100,000 a year.
Okay, so the average wage, annual wage for a black man in the United States is $46,000. So is that enough to, I guess, be your husband? $46,000 a year. Are you good with that?
No.
No.
So what's the bare minimum
No.
then? What does he need to make?
Married
And for
for-
reference, the average white man makes about $53,000. So it's a little bit of a difference,
I'd
but
say the age of getting married, I'm gonna shoot for late 20s, early 30s, 80K. But this is my standard for that time of my life.
That's fair.
I don't have a number. I think it's regional. I think it's based on the cost of living, all of that. So what it takes to survive and or thrive in that area. I lived in Brooklyn, New York. I don't meet men.
High
I
cost
was
of
very
living.
much exactly. So I was very much aware of the Kevin Samuels and the stats and the black men only make this. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Listen, I'm in my 30s. I don't meet men who make less than $100,000 a year. I meet black men who are entrepreneurs, black men who are in the highest of their positions, black men who are doing well for themselves. I mean, and that's also kind of what's required to live here. So I meet black men of a certain mindset. I think you can be making a certain amount, but if you don't manage your money well, it doesn't matter how much you make. So I'm more so looking at financial literacy. Like I need my man to be more financially literate than I am, for sure. I'm a creative. I take the steps to make sure that I manage my own money well. But when it comes to us being together, I look forward to having him be able to manage that aspect. But yeah, I need him to be financially literate and responsible and stable.
So 100K is the number?
Listen, I'm not. All I'm saying is I don't meet men who make less than that. Now, I don't know what I would do if I came across the man who was the love of my life and who was able to meet my standards and who met who was able to be compatible with who I am, and he made less than $100,000 a year, I don't know what I would do that. If he
Right.
manages his money well, then we are a-okay, because I know I'm going to do well. So the more money I make, he can manage that well for us, and it'll be even more. And then at the same time, what KFK said, I definitely understand that when men choose a wife and they have a good wife, they end up making more money. So I know that what I bring to the table, and I know that I'm an asset to a man. I know that I inspire my man. So when I get with him, he will make more money.
Mm.
Well, it's automatic actually, because if you make an income, he makes income that's double the income. You just now
Yep.
when
Yeah.
it comes to financial literacy and working together, let's say if you make 80,000, he makes 80,000. Now your household has 160,000, and that's how the Asian community is actually number one as far as married couple in the wealth chain, because they're marrying each other and combining their incomes and then managing that income as one team. See, that's one thing about our community, is that we have to get into this one team mentality, and it starts at home between the man and the wife. And all this, you got to do 100%, this 50-50. No, well, 50-50 equals 100%. You see what I'm saying? So now you can put 100% of your income together and be like, okay, we now have this much money in our house. We need to go ahead and do this. We need to do this. And then we need to start investing on ways to earn passive income for each other. That's how you do it. Now, I'll tell you, because
I
we don't
don't
have,
plan on working when I'm married. I'm
well, there you,
sorry if
well, no,
that
well,
sounds
when you,
wrong.
when you have
Mm.
passive income,
That's nothing, nothing
you
wrong
got
with
work
that.
from home. You can work from home and you can own property. And all you got to do is manage properties or manage some type of asset that generates income for you. And all you got to do is just manage it and collect the check. That is
So
not really
so
work.
so
Mm,
FK, you said you're not working during your marriage, so you don't believe in a 50-50 relationship, do you?
you sound like a news anchor when you said that. Like, let's turn the cameras over here
So what's the
and
50?
address
That's the
this
whole thing.
BS.
But
No,
also,
but
but
I'm being serious.
well, and that's
I
fine.
I'm
Well, I was just gonna say something real quick, if you don't mind. I'll just say something real quick.
Yeah, go
And then
ahead.
another
Then she
thing of
has
the
the floor.
passport, bro, where it's like you go to 45,000, 50,000, you can take that overseas, and now you're in the top 1% of these countries, and now you can stack your money, you can build a
Yeah.
business, you can get a family, all this stuff in stack, while inflation continues to build in America and bring the value of the dollar down. Remember, the average woman in America still makes 30 cents less of a dollar compared to the man, and that's only going to continue to deplete. But brothers overseas that's stacking their bread, they're actually gaining income because they're not being affected by inflation as bad as Americans here. So a brother taking $45,000 to $50,000 can do very, very well once he establishes himself over another country. That's all I want to say.
Okay. Go ahead, FK. You say, do you believe in 50-50 relationships? Are you ain't paying no
mm,
bills if you married?
when I'm married. Right now, no problem with 50-50. I'm young, I'm not at the stage I want to be in, so I'm not gonna expect anybody to take care of me completely. But when I'm
Mm-hmm.
married, that's a completely different thing. I'm not working. I'm not working. I've prayed on this every single time I think about it. And I'm African. Like
I know
I
that's
I
respect
right.
it.
I don't I don't see a lot of African women working within their marriages. Even if they
Mm.
have a career before they get married, they will put that career on pause and focus on the family and the household and the children, because that is a whole entire job on its own. When you get married, you're planning to reproduce, and you do not want children who are going to be go wayward when they get into adolescence. You want to have a secure family dynamic. You want to be able to be there for your children. And those young ages, like 0 to 10, that is when, like, even 0 to 5, that's when your frontal lobe is still forming.
The
And like
formative
5 to
years.
10, yes, exactly. Those foundations, those pillars in your life. You remember when you were young and you saw those kids who their parents just let them do anything they want. You thought that was so cool. But if you go back and look at them now and look at the ones who were under a disciplined household, under two parents that they could answer to, one person that was
Mm-hmm.
there to manage the house, one person that was there to check them on finances and other things. That is how I want my household to be, because when I see those people now, I wish that my mom had a partner also. because that
Okay.
would have made me and my family a lot stronger. Right now,
Right.
all I know to do is survive. All I know to
Yeah.
do at my age is work. Like I was talking about those domestic traits. I was raised like that as a young age, but then I was raised by my single mom also. And all
Mm.
the pain and suffering that she went through, just as a woman alone, she had to play both roles. A woman really, I mean, they can, because women are strong, but it's not healthy for a woman to have to play both roles of a father
Yeah.
and a mother. It
Mm-hmm.
creates a
Yeah. So
dynamic between her and the kids. So I don't believe in 50-50. I think the woman should be in the crib and just chill. If she feels like working, go ahead and do your thing, but let those formative years be about you taking care of the household.
nice.
Okay,
Yeah, I
let
love
me ask
that
you this
point.
quick.
I love that point.
Uh,
Hold on. We
yeah.
we gotta wrap it up. I'm gonna give everybody just 2 minutes to say their piece. We're gonna let Drew go first, and then we'll let the other panelists go. We gotta wrap it up. You got 2 minutes to say your piece, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
All right. Well, I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate all you ladies up here and everybody in the comments. FK, just real quick. I just wanted to ask: is it immediate, or could you get married and then you both plan and work in that? Because I mean, you're gonna be married, so it's gonna be continuous planning and communication. Are you looking to? You can answer that after I finish. Are you looking to do that with your man, and also take this other question? What if he has a high body count? He can give you all that, but if he has a body count, does that affect your decision on marrying him? But so just keep that note down. You can answer whatever. But the whole thing is that I appreciate everyone, but the thing is that we got to remember when it comes to passport bros, interracial dating, divesting, whether it's men or women, people are really exploring their options in order of finding happiness. And at the end of the day, everyone just wants to be happy, wants to have a partner that can commend them, compliment them in their happiness. And that's what it's all about. I think you shouldn't really hate on anybody about it. And if somebody explains why they're going that way, if it doesn't apply to you, you really shouldn't get upset and mad about it. I mean, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm.
shouldn't take it personal. That's how I look at it. All right, y'all
Okay.
be.
All right. See you, brother. All right. Anybody else want to say their piece?
Yeah, I would like
I'll
to.
go. Okay,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. Sorry.
So I just want to go back to what FK was saying. Like, I don't believe in 50-50 either. It's because my father told me one time that there's no such thing as 50-50 when it comes to a marriage. And, like I said before, my mom and dad was married as I was growing up, and I didn't see a 50-50 relationship either as a young child. So I also don't believe in that. And I also want to touch on the fact that
Was
earlier,
your dad the head of the household?
yes, he was.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, he was. I also want to touch on the fact that, Reclaim, when you said, why are many people angry about black men dating interracial?
Mm-hmm.
So I remember you told FK, I can't remember who it was, but you told her that it doesn't say black women are mad, but you know that in this society, by showing that picture with another white, a white woman, that a black woman is going to think black man, white woman.
Yes.
So the question is kind of tricky, but like you said, it is. I think it's a psychological thing. Like we overlook the question, and we just go straight into beast mode and try to bash other people's relationship. Me, honestly, I don't really care about the interracial relationship. I could care less. I dated outside my race, and I can't judge no one for doing that. But it comes to a point in time where I feel like some people do it to intimidate black women because they know it's gonna get under black women's skin when they see things like that. And I don't
Mm.
think black women are jealous. I don't think they're, betrayed in any way. It's the fact that we are always put against white women. So that's all I want to say. But I thank everyone for y'all honest opinion, and this was a healthy conversation.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Queen. All right. Anybody else?
Sorry.
FK, did you know?
Um,
I think you wanted to go next. I'll go
Go
after
ahead,
you.
FK.
okay, to answer his question, I forgot the first question, but the second question, I really hope that God does not place a man with a high body count in my life because I don't want to get cheated on. But also, I kind of look at it like, I mean, well, he put the ring on me, so that's the goal at the
Yeah.
end of the day. But I don't want to get cheated on. That's still a possibility. But I feel like everybody should strive to be happy. Whatever your picture of happiness and love, and whatever you want your inner child to grow into, that's what you should look for. My version of that is marriage and 2 kids and a nice home. We don't need to be the richest, but that is the kind of life that I want to live. So if you're dating a Caucasian woman, a Black woman, Asian, just make sure that you respect her and that you can see yourself building a future with her, because coochie is everywhere. I was gonna say that earlier. You said something and I was like, yeah, coochie is everywhere. Ladies, it's better for you to cook for the guy first, and not give him any coochie. So when he's down bad and struggling and hungry, all he's thinking about is you, that woman that made that meal. Because that coachie's not going to be in his mind at that time. It's going to be the people that were actually there. And boom, you get the ring. You get the kids. You get the marriage. That's how it happens. Like, just focus on being a good person and good things will come to you.
Yep, I love that take.
Sexuality is running rampant in America, and it's running a lot of things. But stay blessed, y'all.
Stay blessed. I love that take, FK. Make sure you come on the next live. We'll definitely talk about cheating and sexual access and sexual variety being essential to a man's mental health. But that is for another day, another topic. House of Transport.
You ain't even right for doing that, and you know you're about to peace out. You are a terrorist. You are a terrorist.
I'll give you the last word.
I will say, when I first came into this room, I definitely rolled my eyes, but this was probably one of the most productive and respectful and just organized conversations surrounding these types of topics that I've ever witnessed and had the pleasure of participating in. In terms of the passport bros, listen, go get your passports, go do what y'all want to do. I just want to share this. My grandfather, Muslim man, born in America, but is also a Caribbean background. Okay, he has been married about 7 times. So you know what? And he couldn't hold on to a woman. So you know what he said he was going to do at his final age? He was going to be a passport bro. And he went to Thailand and got him a wife. And now guess what? What is likely to happen? That Thai woman that he has married is getting sick of his behind because he is the problem. So I urge all my people, Black men, Black women, go and figure out what it takes to create a successful relationship where you can enjoy your person and make sure you prioritize your person enjoying you too, because wherever you go, your problems will follow. It's not there, you are. All right, and I will leave it at that.
Well, I thank you for your take. I appreciate your insight, and I appreciate you giving those kind words about the organization of the panel. So guys, y'all already know we had a great conversation. Next time we are going to come and speak about sexual access and sexual variety being essential to a man's mental health, specifically high value men. That's going to be a crazy topic, crazy discussion. I know it's going to be wild. I know a lot of people were complaining about not being able to read the comments and whatnot. So next time I'll use a different or better background. But anyways, if you want to hear more discussions like this, make sure you join my YouTube channel, #ReclaimYourThrone. Check me out on Instagram, Reclaim Your Throne. And then also the Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is in the description box on this TikTok if you're trying to get fit, if you're trying to get swole, and if you're trying to reclaim your throne. You already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship questions to my email in the YouTube. And you already know, Reclaim Your Throne. Peace.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.